everyone, it's Imogen. Welcome back to Colouring Kid. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I've got such an exciting book to show you. This is the brand new book by Kanoko Egusa. I am so thrilled to be sharing this with you. I am currently at uni. I've got a couple of weeks left, but I had to take a break from work and do a flip through of this video. I've literally just received it. I have very kindly been sent this by Kanoko Egusa herself. You might remember last time she came out with Symphony of Cute Animals, her original Japanese edition. I was very lucky to receive a copy to review. And yeah, we were in conversation and she said she'd be delighted to send it to me again, which I cannot believe. So kind of her. I'm just absolutely thrilled with this book. I have seen a few flip throughs of it. I've been trying over the past couple of days to not look at any flip throughs, just so that when I look at my copy for the first time, some of the pages are still new for me, and it's kind of like I'm experiencing it for the first time myself as well. So I've just taken it out of the packaging, as you might have seen, and yeah, we're just going to get started. So I am just going to take this little flap off so it's easier to flip. So this is the same size, shape and format as Rhapsody in the Forest and Menuet de Bonheur. Symphony of Cute Animals, as you might remember if you have the original edition, is a smaller sized book. It's more kind of the size of a Rita Berman book. All of her English editions are the same size as Joanna Basford books, so basically the same size as this one. But yeah, it's got a lovely sort of slightly shiny papery cover. A lovely French flap there, and then the lovely craft paper cover, which is really nice and thick. So let's get started. I can't wait to dive into this. I've seen a few colour pages already and I'm just so excited to get started in this when I have a chance during my vac. The thing I love about this book, which I'm really excited by and intrigued by, is that this is a story. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that I love books that have a story element to them or a seasonal element to them. I finished Ivy and the Inky Butterfly when I first started my channel, and obviously that was a story, so I'm really excited by this. So we have all of the characters here, including Leon, Lily, which is another cat that features a lot, the two dogs, Latte and Mocha, and Baron the owl, which is so cute. And then we have Marie the mouse here, which appears quite a lot. And then there are also quite a few frogs and chicks here, I think. So what would be really cool is if you came up with colour palettes that you wanted to use throughout the book for the different characters, just to make it cohesive. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if this will be the first thing that I colour, but it's definitely going to be one of the first things. So we've got Leon there. And it seems to me that the way that Kanoko has chosen to format this book in terms of the types of images is just fabulous, because she's clearly listening to what the colouring community like, and she's taking feedback into consideration. So we have the lovely big scenes that you know, she's really well known for, you know, very detailed landscapes and things like that. But the thing I'm loving with this are the wreath images, where, you know, it's left a bit more up to interpretation. There's definitely scope to be able to add a background in if you wanted to. I love circular images. I think they're so fun. And I also love that it's seasonal as well. So she's done it in 4 kind of seasonal sections, as we will go on to see. That one's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to do that one. That would be a lovely one for Easter, wouldn't it? So we've got some framed images as usual. So she has done many of those in the past. But then we have some like this with the smaller images. So things like Small Victories by Joanna Basford. This is just the smaller motif idea is really great, especially for me because I don't have a lot of time to colour. So, you know, being able to get involved with one of these without having the pressure to finish a whole page is perfect. Just making sure everything's in frame for you there. We have this one, which is so beautiful. I think the bunting would be nice as kind of like a birthday image. It'd be really sweet. You could even like write happy birthday in if you wanted to, I guess. This one's really nice as well. So to me, this, you know, this could be classed as kind of a repeating image because you have lots of the same flowers, but actually the way that it's done, it's not just a carbon copy thing, which I really like as well. So I think that's beautiful with the ribbon and the birds. So this is what I meant about the collections of the different seasonal items. So this is kind of indicating that this section is about spring. And that would be a beautiful one to do for Easter time with the eggs. I love colouring eggs blue. It's one of my favourite things to do in books. I think my eggs might have to be blue. So I think we've got Lily here. And we've got a bit of a person here as well, which is something that not many illustrators who primarily do like landscape images do. So that's really lovely. And then we have the other sort of smaller sized image, which I'm really excited about, where we've got kind of 4 smaller images, each within a bigger scene. That's how I'm viewing it. So this is like one scene happening and it's from 4 different perspectives. Oh, I've got some mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I don't think it would be a Kanoko Egusa book without some form of bowl with animals and fruit in. I love this. I love that. I think these are squirrels, aren't they? I do struggle. I'm not sure if these are meant to be gooseberries, maybe. Actually, they could be. I was worried if they were blueberries. I don't have much practice with them. I've coloured them, but I just don't think they ever turn out quite the way I want them to. We've got lots of the characters here. We've got another wreath image as well, which I love, especially the pomegranate. I'm going to love doing that. Hummingbird up there. I just love the little expressions on their faces. It really does feel like a story, having all of the characters that are interwoven in the pictures. I think that's beautiful. This is nice because it's very detailed and you wouldn't have to worry too much about the background. You could just do a solid colour. I think it's really great when there are some really detailed images and people who don't like backgrounds, you don't have to worry about them too much. I love this one. I remember seeing this one and thinking, gosh, that's like one of my favourite pictures. There was one that I did very, very early on in Menuet de Bonheur years ago, which was a mushroom page, which is so beautiful. It had some mice on it, I think. This reminds me very much of that. We've got the dogs here. Lots of fur colouring in this one, I think. That's going to be really fun. Another kind of framed image. This is really nice because I think what would look really cool is if you just kind of did flat colouring for this background bit, because there's not much texture on any of these leaves and the fruit. That could look really interesting. Some more smaller images here. I love the variety. This one's beautiful. this one is definitely giving me Peter Rabbit vibes. There's the story with all of the different rabbits, isn't there? The Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail and Peter. So I think I might do, is there 4 of them? There's not another one hidden. I might do each of them in those colourways. I think that would be lovely. And use some colour palette inspiration from Beatrix Potter. Oh, these little ducks. And I love this new style. So I think this is on a couple of the pages where Kanoko's done a pointillism stippling effect on all of the leaves and the flowers. She's still kept to her original line work for the fur, but everything else is it's really cool. I absolutely love that, and it looks very vintage, and I think that's just going to look really beautiful with some delicate soft colours and having the shading kind of already there for you. Sorry, my voice is ever so slightly starting to go. So we've got a bit more of a background here if you want to be creative. Some lovely smaller images. So I should probably mention the paper quality in this book. To me, it feels thicker and better quality since when Kanoko's books first came out, which, judging by the flap that was on the front of the book, is like 10 years ago now. I think that paper was slightly more ivory and had more of a rough tooth to it, whereas this feels smoother and a little bit thicker as well. It's really lovely. I'm not sure how it compares to the English editions of the books because I don't have those. But yes, this is still slightly off-white, which I like. I don't, I'm not like too keen on the bright white. But yeah, I just love this. Look at this. It's a wreath, but you've got the water dripping down. And it feels very much like a scene. I love this. And then, as you might have remembered with the day in the life picture, we have some with writing on which, oh, this is just gorgeous. Oh, I love this one. This little bear looks like Paddington. Raccoon. Oh my gosh, the rabbit is just adorable. That's a favourite for sure. I really like this one. Really like this one. So you can see the scene unfolding with Leon running after the car. All the little ducklings there. And he clearly hasn't managed to catch up with the car, but look how beautiful this is. You could definitely do that as a evening picture, couldn't you? Like an evening summertime. I don't know if we've even reached this. We haven't even reached the summer section yet. This is how thick this book is. It feels a little bit thicker and more full than her other books, but I'm sure it's got the same, roughly the same amount of pages. I love this. It reminds me of Devon. I'm not sure what this says. I will have to translate it, but it's very easy to do on Google Translate these days. Here we go. Here's the summer section. Oh, this could be somewhere abroad, couldn't it? It's gorgeous. Again, some lovely kind of small obituary style images there to complete. Budgies. So there were a few images that were given as kind of preview images, and this was one of them to try and kind of showcase the smaller image format that was going to be in this book. I have to say, I always struggle with fruit and vegetables. That's something I want to practice a bit more. It's something that doesn't come as easily to me, I think, because I want to try and do them as realistically as possible, but evidently they're normally going to be quite bright colours, and I struggle to kind of make that work in a colour palette. I love that butterfly up there with all the shading on it. Beautiful. And I just love the way she does her texture. The sand here is gorgeous. You know, it's just giving that little indication that there's sand, but you totally could do something else. It wouldn't have to be if you didn't want it to be. Got all the characters, more cats here as well. These rabbits, this was one of my favourite. I just love the composition of this. I love lighthouses. I love all of the different elements we've got on this page. That was beautiful. And what I'm really glad about as well is that cats aren't an animal that I've had much experience colouring. Normally I gravitate towards other things with fur. So it's really nice that even though it centres around Leon the cat and the other animals, there are still so many other ones to colour as well. Oh, it's gorgeous. And the turtle. Jellyfish as well, that is stunning. I'm not sure how I tackle the middle of that. I think I probably would do a blue background. This is so cute. That's really, really adorable. It's very reminiscent of the Mana Rezadesh Africa Rita Berman 9 images there. Love that. These summit images are so lovely. We're getting so much variation in this book. And I love this one, the flying whales. That is stunning. That would be such a beautiful background. I'm guessing this is Lily here. Dogs, oh my gosh. I will have to, what I might do is translate them and put a sticky note on it temporarily, and then when I'm done I think I might go over with some nice paper and like rewrite it. I think that would be really cool. Make it feel like a storybook. I also have had conversations with Kanoko about whether this will be coming out in an English edition, and she has confirmed that this is something that she would like to do. She's not sure when it will come out, but it's definitely in the works. I love this. That is gorgeous. There were just some, I just was stunned by some of them. I was like, I want to colour that right now, and I just don't have time. So here we have the pointillism stippling effect again with the elephants and the balloon. That was one of my favourites. I would probably border off the background actually. Maybe put some lines and just keep the white on the edges. So moving into autumn now. Got some cosy images coming up, I think. And this one's really nice. Again, this is sort of a repeating pattern, but it's not symmetrical. That's really lovely, because even though lots of the mushrooms are the same, I don't really colour repeater patterns a lot because I kind of get bored doing the same thing, but this really appeals to me. Again, this is just beautiful. I love that. That would look so nice in a vintage colour palette. I haven't decided yet with this book whether I'm going to colour it in order, like the story, or jump around. This was one of my favourites. That is beautiful. Just, I don't know what else to use to describe it. It just is such a gorgeous book. I think this, for me, I think this is Kanoko's best work. I think it just keeps getting better and better. She's clearly thought so carefully about the route that she wanted to take with this book and the plan she had for it, because she had been working on it for a while, and I think it's paid off. And I loved that she shared the process with us on Instagram as well. We've got some Halloween images here. Another bit to the story. Oh, that's nice. It's like a little map. The hedgehogs. So adorable. That is beautiful as well, isn't it? Oh, I'd love to do that. I'd absolutely love to do that one. Oh my gosh. I just love them all. I wish I had as much time to colour as I used to. Just so grateful that I'm able to get these books now, so that when I eventually do have more time in the future, I have them to work in. So in the winter collection now. Again, this was a preview image, I think. Oh, look at those. Christmas tree. Oh, I love colouring Christmas trees. It's such a cool thing to practice. These baubles are gorgeous as well. This is really cool. So I think this is the only double spread we have in the book. This is an advent calendar. I can imagine it would be really nice to go in with a white gel pen and add extra details, or even go in with some pastel gel pens or neon and add things into the background. Because this background, the actual sky isn't black. This is a dark grey. There's no reason why you couldn't go in with a blue and add some details. And these characters are just so cute, most of which we've seen throughout the book as well. Alternatively, if you wanted to use it as kind of a colour palette test page for different animals and practicing fur, you could also do that. Look at these. Struggling to keep the book flat now that we're getting to the end. Some gorgeous wintry scenes here. Oh, the little Santa hat, that's so sweet. And this was one of my favourites as well, so it's kind of encompassing all of the seasons into the book. With the tree, I just think that is such a wonderful composition. Really, really, really stunning. A little thank you page at the end. Oh, and that's the end of the book. But then we do have some postcards. So these, traditionally, like our other books, are on a completely different paper. Thicker paper. More like a craft paper. a tan colour, which would be great if you wanted to use your vibrant colours like Prismacolors. They'd work really well on here because they are primarily wax based and they're opaque. Just beautiful, look at that. So we've got an autumnal one here, and then 4 smaller images as well. And then I come to the end, and she's written a note for me as well. Oh my gosh, that means so much. That is such a lovely memento to have. I really don't know what to say. I'm overwhelmed by this book. I think it is her best work. I don't know where to begin with, where to start with it. I just absolutely love all of the images in here. I love the story theme. I love the inclusion of so many other animals. And her artwork is just stunning. There's nothing not to love. It really is just gorgeous. So if you have looked at this book and you're querying like whether to go for it or not, absolutely do. I think this is, if you haven't tried out Kanoko's work yet, I think this is the book to go for, especially with all the smaller images that are less intimidating as well. I want to thank Kanoko so much for sending this book to me. It means a huge amount, and for me to be able to kind of give back in my small way by doing a review for you, I want to get your work out there even more and share what a beautiful new book this is. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you again to Kanoko, and I will see you all on my next video. If you have any questions, let me know down below. All my contact details are in the description. But until next time, take care everyone. Bye.